El Tigre would have a lot of fun pulling pranks with Winnie, and Invincible, I don't know. Guess that would be a lot of fun as well. When I think of those questions, Burnout, or moving on now to John Kelly, who asks, Goku meets the girls and their fathers. What kind of problems happen? All the father monsters would be like, get him, Super Saiyan God. Run away! Most wanted crossover. Gravity Falls and, maybe Invader Zim? Yeah. Third question. What Pokemon would each girl have? Okay. Crobat for Sibylla. Crobat for Sibylla. Magneton for Elsa. Winnie would have a Poochyena. Tannis, there's an Egyptian-looking Pokemon that looks like a sarcophagus, I think. That one. I don't know its name. I stopped giving a shit after, Series 3? Anyway. Haunter for Phantasma. Name got away from me. I guess... Yeah, I think that's all of them. Thank you for those questions, John Kelly. Moving on now to... ActionFan19, who asks, how do you think the girls would react if they knew some of their dads were on superhero teams, the Howling Commandos? For those who don't know, there was a point where the Howling Commandos were a bunch of monsters. I think they would all be like, yeah, they were heroes! Oh, that is so cool! Second question. If the ghouls were struck by a stray Omnitrix energy, what would the aliens, would they turn into alien tongue-tied. Would they turn into alien versions of the monsters they are, or any of the other aliens? Yeah, I think, they would basically become the alien versions of the monster, the Omnitrix monsters from, Ben's Watch. That would probably be the logical option they would go with. Anyway. What else did those were only two questions. Okay. So moving on now to Matt Kaiser 08, who asks, if the kaiju from Godzilla and Gamera series had kids of their own in the Ghoul School, what would their kids look like? Well, Godzilla's already got Minya, and if you go by Godzilla's Revenge, he can be just a little kid. Gamera, I don't know, have a little hatchling, call it Gamerette. Fuck, I don't know. Anyway. The second question, if the Ghoul School had their own Zords, what would they be? I don't know, giant bat Zord for Sibylla, giant wolf for Winnie, Pyramidas for Tannis, Phantasma and Elsa. I don't know for them, really. Van Helsing comes across the school. What happens? Van Helsing comes across the school. What happens in that regard? I guess, move on, because he knows what's evil and what's not, and these girls aren't evil. Sorry, I had to get some more water. So, thank you for those questions, Matt Kaiser. Moving on now to Dylan Malone 14, who asks, what would the rest of the Mystery Inc. think of the Ghoul School? Oh, they'd be completely terrified of them. Yeah, they would be completely scared. Alright. And even Shaggy and Scooby would be like, yeah, we kind of had that reaction too. They're cool. Still scary, but cool. Second question. If you were to create a new character, kind of already answered this, sorry. What crossover shipping with GS do you like and why? Like I said, Fanty and Danny, with maybe Ed from Ed and Eddie and Elsa. That would be adorable as well. Okay. So, moving on now to, let's see here, Common X, who asks, If Star versus the forces of evil, Mabel from Gravity Falls, and Phantasma got together, what would happen? Probably the most insane party ever. That would probably be the outcome, is that we would have the most insane, out of control, balls to the wall, epic, gigantic, ScoobyDoo party ever. And also some fourth walls would be broken. Alright. Second question. How would you do the Callaway Cadets in a new show? Would you have it in... Oh, okay. You would have it in 2 segments that would cross over in some episodes. Basically, he's saying if you could do it, it would be like one segment would be the Ghoul School, the other one would be the Callaway Cadets, and sometimes they would intersect. I think I would have more of the Callaway Cadets as supporting characters. Like, they would go on, adventures with the girls, but they would be in the background more, if anything, and maybe have a few episodes there. Alright, second question. And if you didn't do a show, would you have overarching story or standalone? Overarching. Like I said earlier, overarching with a few standalone episodes, but maybe, do an overarching mystery a la Gravity Falls style. So think about those questions, Common X. Moving on now to Alex Inayez, who asks, in your personal opinion, who would be the best teacher for the school? Alucard? Maybe Alucard, yeah. Maybe him. Second question. Would you like a sequel to be made, or has Scooby-Doo been milk dry? Not according to Warner Brothers, Hanna-Barbera and Warner Brothers, they haven't been milk dry yet, so, like I said earlier, sequel or reboot would be fine. Kind of already answered this anyway. And I think that's pretty much all your questions, Alex. Moving on now to Lord Slayer, who asks, if this is your favorite Scooby-Doo movie, which 2 would you place after it? Like I kind of said before, this is more like my third favorite. You can't really top the awesomeness that is Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. You can't really top that pedestal of awesome. And then followed by The Witch's Ghost, which, well, not as good, still has some really cool elements to it as well. So, thank you for that question, Lord Slayer, who asks... Oh, wait, thank you for those questions. Moving on now to Nicholas Harley, who asks, a Bridge Goku, a Bridge Vegeta, and a Bridge Piccolo become teachers at Ghoul School. What happens? Summed up in one word? God damn it! Yeah. Just one word. God damn it. Anyway. Moving on now to third question, which is, how would Steven and Connie from Steven Universe, if they were enrolled in it, and Timmy and his very good parents from Fairly Odd Parents react to the Ghoul School? If Timmy, Connie, and Steven all enrolled in there, they would think it's the coolest thing ever, and plus, Timmy's got his godparents. He can wish himself out any time. Oh, I missed one question. Sorry, Nicholas. Why do you say that Ghoul School is your favorite movie? Like I've said before, it's more of my third favorite. When you really look at it, I know I've kind of jumped the gun, said it's my favorite Ghoul School. Ghoul School's my favorite movie. I kind of jumped the gun when I said that, really, because I looked, like I've said, I've rewatched Zombie Island and Witch's Ghost, and I've just been like, God, these movies are so good. I mean, granted, Witch's Ghost has some obviously blaring problems, but still has some really cool stuff in there. But yeah, it's still a really cool movie. Don't get me wrong, it's a really good movie, and, third place ain't that bad. But yeah, anyway, so thank you for those questions, Nicholas. Moving on now to Sora versus Ka, whose first question is, what would Sibylla think of Mavis Dracula from Hotel Transylvania? She would just be like, yay, I have a sister, yay. Second question, what would the ghouls think of the gremlins? From Gremlins, I assume. They would probably join in on all the insane, violent, and absolutely crazy chaos you could get them in. No, seriously, I could definitely see them running around and even keeping some of the gremlins as pets, much to the gremlin's chagrin. So they would probably be, caught up and horribly, played, they'd be, made as pets, while the gremlins would be like, let's get the fuck out of here. Anyway, third question. What would happen if the ghouls visit the Netherworld and met Beetlejuice and Lydia? Oh, they would have a fun time. They would absolutely have a 100% fun time with Beetlejuice. And Lydia would finally have some, ghoul friends. Ow. That pun hurts. That pun seriously came back and bit me in the ass. Ow. And also seeing them run around and try to escape, try and run around and escape from sandworms would be nothing short of awesome to see. So, anyway, thank you for those questions, Sora versus Ka. Moving on now to Jesse Sutris, hope I'm saying that name right, who asks, if you could reintroduce Ghoul School concept into these four seasons of Scooby-Doo, how would you do it? Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc., The 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, and Shaggy and Scooby Get a Clue. Well, I didn't really watch Shaggy and Scooby Get a Clue. I never really saw that, so I'm sorry, Jesse, I don't know if I can answer that, honestly. With Mystery Inc., I think it would be cool, because they did kind of prelude with real monsters sometimes, so maybe have them in there as, like, maybe they're monsters on the run. Like, yeah, something is hunting down and killing, like, there's a organization that's hunting down, either capturing or killing monsters, and now these girls are on the run and think that Mystery Inc. can help them. That would be a cool idea. Yeah, that would be an awesome idea for Mystery Inc. And Mystery Inc. had some really cool ideas. I mean, it had some really awesome out there ideas, and constantly I have to look back and go, this was a Scooby-Doo show? Yeah. It was that show was something to behold right there, so maybe go along something along those lines for that series. Anyway. So, moving on now to... But thank you for that... Oh, wait, you've got two... Oh, wait, I forgot two more. Pup Named Scooby-Doo. I didn't really watch a lot of that, but what I can tell is, like, maybe make them, like, really young versions and have them get into shenanigans or pranking and scaring the kids. I don't know. There you go. And 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. Maybe have it that Phantasma is the direct descendant of one of the 13 ghosts and kind of play with that. Maybe, yeah, do something along that nature with that show. But anyway, thank you for those questions, Jesse Sutris. Moving on now to Shadow Walker 343, who asks, what would happen if the Ghoul School was monitored by S.H.I.E.L.D.? What would that be like? Well, Coulson would probably be like, he probably wouldn't think they're actual monsters, just kids with superpowers. Yeah, just, he wouldn't really he wouldn't really think they're just really kids with superpowers. They're not really a vampire, a ghost, a mummy, a werewolf, and a Frankenstein monster. They're just really powerful kids with just a bit, abilities of those, of that nature. They're not really, monsters. They're just young kids with bad situations, and then realize, oh shit, they really are monsters. What do we do with this? Yeah, what are we gonna do with this? Yeah. So yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D. would then come in and try to study them or whatever. Anyway. Second question. Do you think the journal from Gravity Falls might not only have information on the school, but also the secrets of the school itself? That might be a possibility, but, it doesn't look like, unfortunately, other than anything else, it looks like the school was somewhere in, it looked like it was Louisiana, or some kind of, not really Louisiana, but maybe some kind of faraway swamp or something of that nature. So I don't know, unless they, Oregon, because I've never really been, I've never been to Oregon, so I can't really say that there's swamps there. Are there swamps in Oregon? Hell if I know. But yeah, that would be interesting. Maybe you would say that these girls, maybe there's a hidden school in Gravity Falls that teaches monsters and protects them from the outside world. And from there, Dipper and Mabel want to go find this hidden school and discover the Ghoul School. There you go. Fanfic plot ahoy! But yeah, maybe say that these girls, they're not really terrifying monsters, but more along the lines of creatures that are trying to protect themselves from the outside world. Yeah, they're just, they're more scared of humans than, humans are of them. So they would be trying their best to try to stay out of